friends, and welcome back to our channel. Whether you live in Salt Lake City or you're just visiting, Salt Lake has some of the best restaurants in the country. Now, Salt Lake has everything from great American cuisine all the way down to a local Belgian hotspot. So you're definitely going to want to take a food tour through some of the local fairs while you're here.
Make sure you stay tuned to today's video because we're going to walk you through 10 of the most popular restaurants here in Salt Lake. And don't worry, there's definitely going to be a second video because Salt Lake does have over 1,000 restaurants to explore.
If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about living, eating, sleeping, working, and playing in Northern Utah, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market here in Northern Utah.
We are Sloan and Kim Peterson with the Peterson Group, and we've been in the real estate business for 10 years, and every day we help people just like you looking to buy, sell, and invest in Northern Utah, and we absolutely do love it. Whether you're looking to buy in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All the information is in the description below so we can help you make that smooth transition to Northern Utah.
Okay, so to start the list off, we've got to talk about the Red Iguana. You cannot have a list of popular restaurants in Salt Lake without talking about this place. They opened in 1985, bringing classic Mexican cuisine to Salt Lake, and one of their big specialties is their mole, which is actually really unique here in Utah. There aren't many restaurants that serve mole, and the Red Iguana actually serves a number of different types in their restaurant. They've won a ton of local restaurant awards and have consistently been a popular pick amongst locals. In fact, they had to expand and open another restaurant, Red Iguana 2, just to deal with the demand. If you want to check it out, I do recommend making a reservation or you will be waiting a long time to get in no matter what day it is. I ate there a lot when I was in college because it was really affordable and they always have really big portion sizes, so you could definitely have 1 or 2 leftover meals from it. I would definitely say it's one you have to check out if you're in the area.
Alright, and second on the list is going to be the Copper Onion. So the Copper Onion did open in 2010, and they really do focus on farm-to-table American cuisine. They are located right downtown and have an extensive wine and cocktail menu, along with a lot of small plate options, so they really are a great place if you're just looking to meet up for just drinks or an appetizer or that kind of thing. Since they are a farm-to-table restaurant, their menu does change occasionally, but they always do have some staples, like their burger, which I personally had when I was there, and it was really good. If you know me, I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, so they had a really good burger there. If you do like fresh food that's more like an upscale diner food, then you're really going to enjoy the Copper Onion.
Next on the list is Takashi, which is a Japanese restaurant. Now, Takashi is a fairly new restaurant that opened up on Market Street, which is a popular area in downtown Salt Lake. Sloan and I actually haven't had the opportunity to try it yet, but we love Japanese food, so it's definitely on the list. One of the things that is so unique about Takashi is they actually have a full gluten-free menu, and it's extensive. It's not just like 1 or 2 items, it's a whole menu in and of itself that's gluten-free. I think that's awesome, so if you have a gluten allergy or gluten sensitive, this is a really great place to check out because you would have a lot of options, which is great. They do also have a full bar, so if that's something you like available, this is another restaurant to for sure check out.
Alright, coming in at number 4 is going to be the Current Fish and Oyster. If you love seafood, then this is definitely a place for you and you should really check it out. Extensive research is done by the head chef to highlight the most fresh seafood from regional America, so you're definitely going to see menu reflect with that seasonality. The restaurant does have a big focus on sustainability and classically prepared seafood, so if you like seafood in its traditional way and how it's meant to be served, then you're definitely going to want to check out Current Fish and Oyster. If you're not a seafood lover though, they also do have chicken and steak dishes, although they are mostly traditionally seafood. Again, there is a full bar here as well, and the waiter will actually tell you what wine and cocktail does pair well with your dish.
So coming in at number 5 is Valter's Osteria. If you love Italian food like I do, then you've likely heard of this restaurant because almost everyone I've talked to has named this as a favorite for Italian fare. Now, the recipes all come from the owner's mother and have a focus on seasonal specialties. You can actually visit their website and the owner talks about himself and his restaurant, and he has a very thick Italian accent, and it's really so sweet to hear him talk about how much the restaurant means to him. They truly focus on authentic and simple foods with quality ingredients, which if you love pasta like I do, then that makes for just the best food. Since it is so simple, the ingredients really matter, and this restaurant definitely believes that. I just love a restaurant that has a very personal story and a lot of heart behind it, and you'll definitely want to check out Valter's if you enjoy Italian food.
All right, number 6 is going to be HSL, which is another American restaurant offering contemporary cuisine with a focus on seasonal and locally sourced ingredients. As you can see, a theme of a lot of these popular restaurants is the seasonality of the food as well as the source of ingredients. This is another restaurant that's menu does change because of that. They serve things like buttermilk biscuits, burgers, fried chicken, but all done with the really high quality ingredients so that it's not just your average diner food. They also have more unconventional choices like lamb and duck, so if you are looking for a mix of traditional and uncommon foods served in a more upscale way, then you're definitely going to want to check out HSL. By the way, HSL does stand for Handle Salt Lake because the owner's first restaurant actually started in Park City and it was called Handle.
Okay, coming in at number 7 is Spitz. Now, I feel like Mediterranean food has gotten really popular, kind of with the health craze that's happened over the last decade. The Mediterranean diet, as most of you probably know, is cited as one of the healthiest ways of eating. I personally really enjoy Mediterranean food, but something I think that might surprise you is Sloan actually really likes Mediterranean food. And if you know how picky he is, then you know it just must be that good. Since it is such a healthy diet, they have a lot of options at this restaurant that are gluten-free, keto-friendly, and vegan. So if you do have some dietary restrictions or you choose a non-standard diet to adhere to, this place would be great for you. They do mostly wraps and bowls, but they do have gyros and pita and hummus and some of your more traditional options as well. Definitely a place to check out, especially if you're into healthy eating, but even if you just enjoy Mediterranean food as much as we do.
All right, coming at number 8 is going to be the Pie Pizzeria, and we do have a Pie in Ogden, but the Pie Pizzeria did actually start in Salt Lake, and its first location is really popular amongst the college students. Probably because it's located right by the University of Utah, and the Pie has been voted Utah's best pizzeria for a number of years, and honestly, it's really that good. They have pizzas that you can just pick, like any pizza place, but they also have, a build your own, a lot of unique toppings that you can put on the pizza, like artichoke hearts, meatballs, and shrimp, just to kind of name a few of those. You also have to get their cheese pull-aparts. It's basically the size of a pizza, but it's just breadsticks, cheese baked in between, and it is amazing.
Okay, so number 9 is the Park Cafe. Now this is your traditional diner fare, and their tagline is actually your neighborhood breakfast spot, which I think is so cute. They're right by Liberty Park, so if you're there checking out the park, you might as well stop in for some food. They've been around since 1982, and they are one of my own personal favorites. My favorite meal of the day to go out for is actually breakfast or brunch because I don't typically eat really that early, so this is really just my type of restaurant. Now they are just a breakfast and lunch type diner, so they do close at 3 p.m. So something to keep in mind if you're planning on trying them out, make sure you go a little bit earlier. They're just your typical diner fare, eggs, bacon, toast, biscuits, sandwiches, hamburgers, really that kind of thing. But they always use quality ingredients and they are always consistent. Your food's always going to be cooked to order, really good, really fresh. It does get super busy though, so go earlier than you think you'll be hungry because every single time I've been there, the wait is at least an hour, if not more.
All right, and last but not least is going to be Brug's Waffles and Frites. This Belgian restaurant offers sweet and savory waffles, as well as hand-cut fries and dipping sauces. I really love waffles, especially traditional Belgian waffles. They have a Brug's both downtown and one in Sugar House. They are authentic Belgian waffles and fries, and they also serve burgers. So if you are wanting something, a little more for lunch, they do have burgers as well. They also serve a lot of sandwiches that include fries on top of all of them, which is, I guess, a typical Belgian way to eat fries. Everything's just kind of put into the sandwich, and it's definitely unique and definitely one to try at least once. That wraps up our top 10 places to eat here in Salt Lake. Like we said, we're definitely gonna have to do many more of these videos on this topic because there's just so many great places to eat in Salt Lake. We're really lucky that we have so much variety out here and so many great restaurants to choose from.
Yeah, if you are a foodie, Salt Lake is definitely a place to check out. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Picking where you'll call home is an important decision, and we would love to help you make that smooth transition to Northern Utah and cities like Salt Lake. If you're looking to purchase in the Northern Utah area, we would love to help you out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and as always, we are keeping it real. Estate.